Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Obviously, we've been off a couple of days doing something pretty interesting, Gilbert, if to say the least. But I'm Fernando Ramirez. This is Gilbert Manzano. We have gained some new following, so we just wanted to introduce ourselves, let you guys know what we do for some of our new viewers that are jumping on. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers and WWE and some other stuff for the Sporting Tribune. This is my co-host Gilbert Manzano. He is not a mute; he does speak.
Do
Uh,
talk sometimes.
but he covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated.
Fernando, can you give me a real introduction? Like it's Gilberto Antonio Manzano Rodriguez, and then you can say Colin Gilbert or Gil.
Yeah, you reminded me of the dude from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the one that
What, he has
says his
10
name
names?
all really. He says like 30 names in one, but obviously, well, do you want me to introduce you the normal
Yeah,
way?
give me the real proper. Do you remember
All
that?
right.
Gilberto Antonio Manzano Rodriguez?
No, I ain't gonna do all that.
Okay, fine.
All right. Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Charge for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
What's up, Fernando? Yeah, we got to do a proper introductions because I'm just gonna say we doubled up our subscribers on YouTube the last week, and shout out to the new subscribers and shout out to the day ones. Man, that was a great week in Las Vegas. I might look tired. I don't know. My ears are so red right now.
Jorge, by the way, we have a surprise for you coming up in about 30 seconds.
And yeah, there will be a surprise. But if you're new here, don't worry about the guest coming on. He's just a nobody. But we'll get to him eventually. But I might look a little tired. Shout out to Eduardo. I just came back yesterday. Well, let's give the story. Fernando wanted me to go live yesterday, but I was too tired. I couldn't make it because I just came back from Las Vegas. 9 days in Las Vegas. I covered the Super Bowl. I was there. Sights and sounds. But yeah, he will be around. Can we stop talking about Dan and talk about me? Come on, people. But yeah, I'll shut up here. And real quick, just to kind of, here's a banner. Special hello to our new subscribers. And we have not forgotten about the day ones.
It's just one hand. But
Oh, sorry. I'm a casual.
Are you
We
Daniel
are the
Bryan
ones there.
doing yes?
Oh, yeah,
yes?
I was doing yes. Sorry, cash.
Just real quick, just wanted to obviously introduce ourselves a little bit, but we here on this channel we do NFL, we do combat sports, UFC, boxing, WWE. As you guys saw last week, we were right there during the scrum of Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and then Bill Haney and security guard to be named later of Ryan Garcia. But yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. But obviously, for some of you who are new, we do have a very special person about to join us. I'm sure Jorge is going to get excited.
Oh, let's go. Your boy is here. Your boy is here. And I know what you're all thinking. I'm going to start off firing, all right? I'm going to start off firing. I know what you're thinking.
By the way, this is Dan and Diego.
Oh, yeah. Can you give him an actual introduction? Can you?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Everybody, to everybody who is new to the program, shout out to all you for subscribing. I'm Dan and Diego, currently work as a substitute teacher at an undisclosed high school. And I coach varsity offensive line at another undisclosed high school. So shout out, here I am. But anyway,
I'm sure Jorge is disappointed that you didn't get the assistant offensive line coach for the Chargers job.
Hey, you already know I'd be in there every day, guy. I'd be not smoking, my bad. I'd be drinking my Diet Cokes and everything else, my Coke Zeros. Shout out to Jorge. By the way, today I am absolutely exhausted. I've been running PE for a little bit. Today I played, in 3 different blocks. I played soccer with all 3 classes or whatever. So I am absolutely beat to hell, dude. I'm exhausted. Your boy Danny Dago isn't as limber as he used to be. So chasing around these kids, but damn. But anyway, back to the program. Let me tell you something. I know what you're all thinking. You're saying to yourselves, how could the Chiefs have possibly won? The Drake curse. Drake bet on the team.
No, you've been working on this all day.
Drake bet on the team. A lot of times when Drake makes bets supporting certain teams, they tend to lose. I remember that stat. I don't remember where it is. I don't know where it is on the internet. Well, let me tell you something. Someone outmaneuvered the Drake curse, and that is the stooge, the scumbag,
Oh, that's for the new subscribers. Yeah, you're okay.
Jeez, dude.
For the new subs.
Gilberto!
All right, and then one more time for the day ones.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run out of breath here. Gilberto! I just want it to look. See, Jorge knows it's the Gilberto's curse. Oh no, yeah, it's the Gilberto curse. Niners never had a chance. 100%. 100.
I got something for you guys. Just say whatever you gotta say because this is I was ready all day. Dan, go.
No, you weren't. No,
yes,
you weren't. No, I know you were. You know why?
I can't win with you guys. I constantly pick the Chiefs and they always freaking win, and I finally don't pick up and they still win. But I'm the one
because it's a reverse jinx. You've ever heard of a reverse jinx?
I always pick them.
Inside, you're like
crap for picking the Chiefs all the time, and I finally don't do it, and now it's my fault.
It's reverse jinx. You say to yourself, let me see how I can break the curse. Let me pick the Chiefs. Then psych, the curse counteracts you, and they end up winning.
Fine. Okay, how about this? I did screw up because the only thing I always get right is the Chiefs picks. So I didn't pick them, and I screwed it over for everybody. Fine, I'll take that because that's the one thing I get right?
You have to apologize to America. Don't apologize to me. America lost.
A lot of people are very upset to see Travis
Gilbert
rating.
Obviously, the Chiefs ended up winning in overtime 25-22. But Gilbert, it's what I've been saying this whole freaking time. Something happens where teams go away from what they do
100%.
Against the Chiefs. And that's exactly what happened on Sunday. Coming out of halftime, you had 3 possessions, went 3 and out, and in all 3, you had Brock Purdy throw all 9 times. Why? Why not gash them with your running backs? Why not keep on doing what you had been doing, which was successful in the first half? I know he fumbled on the first drive, but dude, he literally Kyle Shanahan just does not know how to manage championship games, and it's literally starting to become worrisome to where I think the 49ers should be thinking about. I don't think they'll fire him or anything.
Whoa,
but. It's now been 2. You've had 2 different quarterbacks, and both times you haven't been able to manage the game. And I understand everybody's going to go, oh, well, the Chiefs are just that good. No, this was, in my opinion, the 49ers losing that game. I thought the 49ers, and then on that fourth in overtime, I'm sorry, you're on like the 10 or 6 yard. I can't remember what yard line they were. If it was me on 4th and 4, I would have gone for it. I would have said F.
Or how about this? Learn the freaking rules of the new overtime rules.
Oh, well,
that's something I couldn't believe.
That's another thing that's worrisome about Kyle Shanahan. Is
the players didn't know anything about the new rules. That's on the coaching staff. And I know 2020 hindsight, whatever, for the Chiefs, they said, oh, if it was us the other way around, we would have taken the deferred. So I don't know. But you got to learn the rules, man. And how about this? Dan, you're going to hate this. You know, the rules were changed after everybody cried for the Bills, and the Chiefs took advantage of the 1 possession touchdown. And the rules were changed again, and somehow the Chiefs benefited still from that. Like, what the hell's going on?
It's the most idiotic thing. Like, I thought the overtime rule was kind of weird. And, the fact that Kyle Shanahan doesn't understand what's going on, that to me, like Fernando said, is worrisome. Maybe Bill Belichick comes in there as the DC if he doesn't want to take a year off of football. Win his 3rd championship as a defensive coordinator. Get his ass out of there. Get his ass out of there. I cannot believe
like that.
I cannot believe what I saw on Sunday. I can't remember if it was in OT or the final drive. It was probably both. Playing off and soft. Are you serious? Just giving them 30 yards for free until he says, oh, you know what? Now's a good idea to clamp down. Kyle Shanahan had to burn a timeout to tell him, get your head out of your ass and let's put some pressure on them.
I thought Nick Bosa controlled the whole game. I thought Nick had a great game.
He had no sacks. They kept chipping, and he kept trying to get there. And it took away players from the Chiefs, and it still wasn't enough.
Don't tell me about chips. Don't tell me about chips.
That 4th down play, I couldn't. Like, dude, do you really think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are going to put the ball in Isaiah Pacheco's hands on 4th down? Hell no. It's going to be in Pat's hands. I couldn't believe he crashed on that. I thought he was
right there. I have 2 big questions.
Both are like, where's my help?
Yeah, exactly. Same old ass Niners. Exactly.
Funny?
In my opinion, they've blown both. But real quick, going back to the Bosa play,
they've blown all 3 Super Bowls.
Well, first, let me say this because we do have
the 2020 and then this one.
we have House of Horns people here, so Chargers supporters, and House of Horns, Rams supporters, and What's Up Bulls Chargers supporters. So some people were going to be happy or not, and House of Horns people are happy because the 49ers are the rivals.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
What's Up Bulls Chargers supporters are not too happy. I just wanted to point that out. So Delbert is definitely happy. The Worm is happy. I recognize him from House of Horns. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout out. But anyway, when it comes to that play, right, talking about the 49ers, talking about Nick Bosa. There's two things I want to say about Nick Bosa. Number one, he crashes on that fourth down play. I would love to know, and I'm sure none of the media asked him, I wonder what was the defensive game plan. If it was like hey, you don't get blocked, crash, someone's going to fill the gap. You know what I mean? Like a DB, a linebacker, whoever else is going to fill. Maybe they didn't fill. And or maybe it's like you said, Frown, he just got excited, wanted to make a play and everything else. And the other thing I want to say about Nick Bosa, and I think you mentioned this a while ago, Frown, where you talk about these referees, especially being part-time and everything else, that they're probably ball watching half the time. They're just like, oh my God, it's the Super Bowl, Mahomes, Niners, and everything else. Because in my mind, like if I'm the NFL, and I hate to bring this up, but if I'm the NFL and there's all these leaks or trending of scripted, this and that, in my mind, like look at this play right here. In my mind, like, how are you missing these blatant holding calls? Like that to me is inexcusable because I don't know what they're watching at that point. They literally have one job on the field. There was two stand out to me, right? Two stand out to me. It was a 3rd and 15. Bosa straight up gets tackled by the left tackle. No call. Unbelievable. Then on the 3rd and 5, in OT, Bosa, and then Warner got tackled with one of those. Bosa gets, hold on, was it 3rd and 5? Yeah, I think Bosa gets tackled by Jawan Taylor or held.
3 guys right there.
Yeah, exactly. They hold like on 3 times, and I don't know what they're watching. Like, and this is my thing, and this is where I got into it about it with one of my buddies who's a Niner fan. He was like, the offense made mistakes. The offense didn't come to play. It's like, okay, that might be true, but if your defense isn't getting a fair shot to make a play and make a stop, like, how do you expect them really to? It was that play right there. Actually, that was the play right there. I don't know if it was Bosa getting tackled or if it was Fred Warner. Fred Warner getting tackled. And it's like that's the only thing that bothers me is like I have no problem admitting Andy Reid, Hall of Fame head coach.
100%.
Steve Spagnuolo, great coordinator. Even though Chiefs Kingdom tried to fire him 4 or 5 times, I have no problem.
Head coach, by the way.
Oh no, that's we've seen that experiment. That's the problem.
No, but I mean, if other guys are getting opportunities now, you might as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, coordinators are not always good head coaches. There's a difference.
Well, yeah.
So that's just my opinion. But anyway, I have no problem. I'll take it a step further. I have no problem admitting Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback. I'll even say, you know what? I'll even say great. I'd put him in the top 5. I'll put him in the top 5.
He's the best quarterback in the NFL. You can say
that's a lie right there. See, you're lying. But anyway,
whatever. 3 Super Bowl rings.
Wait, so okay.
Are you not listening to?
You're saying top 5 all time?
No, not all time. I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. He's not better than Brady, no matter how much they prop him to be. But
that's the problem I have right now with the media and the NFL is that everybody's trying to put him in the same conversation. I'm like, let the dude have a career.
He's not better than Brady.
Not the same conversation, but you could say he's on track. How about that?
No, I don't like he's on track. Like this is watered down
3 Super Bowl rings, and he's like what in his 6th season, like 7th season.
You're watching watered down football, guy. I'm gonna tell you, this is my new catchphrase. Ready?
I get it. We have Chargers fans here, and it's hard for them, but sometimes you just got to appreciate the greatness. And Mahomes has so many great plays.
Let me ask you,
this is exactly why.
Did you really? And I don't care if I catch flack for this one. Did you really think the NFL was gonna let Taylor Swift cry on the sideline and let her 100%. Stand there? Sad and everything.
I don't know about being the flags and the rig. I'm actually surprised you guys are going this route. The 49ers blew the freaking game.
No. I agree too. But there was a lot of like
it was 10-0. It was 10-3. You had so many options in the red zone, and you kicked Jake Moody field goals. They had that game, and they blew it. And we're here talking about the referee.
No. I'm saying it too, but at the same time, you have to go look at Jawan Taylor on every single offensive snap. His head is nowhere near that center's hip. They kept on allowing it. They called it that one game to be like, okay, we called it. That's it. They haven't called it consistent. And then the Chiefs I think in the last 3 Super Bowls that they've won, they haven't gotten called for any holding penalties. You're telling me in 3 Super Bowl games, a team will not be called for holding? That's where I kind of am like, I don't know. I guess, but I do. But I remember how I started this. Shanahan went away from everything that he had done, everything
That's
that
what I
got him
feel
there,
like should be their
everything.
focus.
Yeah,
But I get it. Nick Bosa all day, and he still was getting closer and closer. Some people were criticizing Bosa because they don't see sacks. I'm like, are you not watching the game? This guy's like
No, they didn't watch the game.
But
two
the
people
thing is,
tipping. But yes, okay, fine. You know,
The
but
thing-
maybe,
the-
but maybe that could be in the 49ers. Why aren't you call like Shanahan's one of the guys that we feel like he will call it out. He didn't say a word about Juwan Taylor. That's what I don't understand. You know,
what do you
but
want
then you
to
get
do?
looked at.
He
then you
works
get
for the
looked at like-
NFL.
but
He
obviously
works for the NFL.
You know, when they
Exactly.
when the offense kept going field goal, and they kept like when you give
Agreed.
Mahomes and
Agreed.
Kelsey chances to go score opportunity, you know what? And actually, the defense, you know, we're a little harsh on them. They kept getting red zone stops for field goals, but after a
Chiefs.
while, and the 49ers,
Oh, the 49ers. Yeah,
they
no,
kept
the
going
49ers,
Jake Mooney
yeah,
field goals. And you get a stop, but that's on the 49ers. We're not scoring touchdowns. Like Jake Mooney missed a freaking extra point attempt too. That changed the whole outcome of the way it's played.
So this
But
is my thing.
It was
Okay, my
bend
bad.
don't break
hold
for
on,
that
let him finish.
defense.
I didn't know
It
he
was
was
bend
about
don't
done.
break for the defense. And after a while, like if you're the offense, you have all these great playmakers. And Purdy at that played decent, but you have Debo.
He
You have
played
Brett,
well.
like,
He played
where was
well.
that you?
He's just not a game changer. He's not a game changer. That's
the
problem.
thing. Maybe sometimes it's not that complicated. Somebody has Mahomes and somebody doesn't, and that's the way. Chance after chance after chance, and they didn't score touchdowns. That was not the same explosive offense. And Fernando, you're right. Christian McCaffrey had 80 yards receiving, 80 yards rushing. Where was the guy at the end of the game? So I just felt like, to me, 49ers did not, put, when it was 10-0 and they were dominant in the first half, what did they do? They don't do anything. And then Mahomes threw a pick, so many chances, and they don't do anything. That's the way I feel.
And they threw the ball, and they threw the ball there. Like what? Or like run the damn, like the mom says in The Blind Side, run the dang ball. Like why are you not running the foot? Like I just couldn't believe all the mistakes that these guys were making. And no, Delbert, you're right. The rest were inconsistent all season long. But that's the thing. The one game that they actually called the Chiefs out on their bullshit was that Bills game, and that's when Mahomes went maniacal on the sideline. By the way, that Travis Kelce play, that was disgusting. I don't care what anybody says. When he pushed Andy Reid, that is not passion. That's throwing a tantrum, and I thought it was disgusting.
He deserves a lot more respect than that, Andy Reid.
Oh yeah, like
that was terrible. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, okay, like I'm not saying that everything's getting to him or anything, but like you don't do that. Like even Mahomes, who is the quarterback, and you've seen him throw tantrums as well. He's never done that to Andy Reid.
Like he knocked off his play card. He almost knocked him off his feet.
Like Pat McAfee today said that Patrick Mahomes is the biggest star in sports today. One, that's not true, but I
Nancy,
think
shout out.
Nancy, how are you doing? Nancy. But in my opinion, it's not him. I think everybody now sees Travis Kelce as the biggest star in football, if I'm completely honest. And everybody's kind of looking at him because of everything else. But I just did not like that play. I thought that play was terrible. I thought him coming over and shoving him and everything.
Yeah, I get that he was mad he wasn't in the play, but what would you have done differently? Pacheco dropped the ball. What the hell are we doing here?
The one thing that I saw when Mahomes when they had to kick that field goal at the end of the game to go into overtime, and Rashee Rice came over and said, "Hey, dude, I was open. Like that's okay, but shoving a head coach the way he did." And he almost can you imagine if Andy would have fallen on live TV? Like, because he did kind of stumble a little bit. And after the game, he's like, oh, well, he keeps me young. No, dude. Like, you're just
knocking out one of the greatest offensive minds in the NFL game and in the Super Bowl. Like, he gotten hurt,
Yeah, it was just
Matt Nagy called them plays. What the hell?
And you see and you saw what happened in Dre Greenlaw. Andy could have gotten hurt.
That was terrible, man. When I saw
that guy got picked on. That linebacker that went in for him.
Oh yeah,
that was a big part,
9 catches, 100 and something yards, and a touchdown allowed.
They were balling. Fred Warner and Greenlaw, like they were like battling down.
They were dogs. They were flying.
That was a good first half. I just don't know, like what you said, Dan, at the end when they went soft coverage. Like a field goal is not going to be enough. You still need to pressure, and they wouldn't do it.
Stupid. But I was going to tell you,
inexcusable running up on your head coach when your team is down by only 3 in the second quarter. Exactly.
Totally
and then Jorge said Andy could have gotten a heart attack.
Hey, that's true. You never know, dude. With so much stress and everything at that age.
Yeah.
But the only thing I was going to say is this, right, Gilberto, going back to your point. 2 things can be right at the same time. Does that make sense? So you are correct when you say the Niners did not do enough to separate, right? but why wouldn't the Niners get a fair shake to make you stop? Like, that's my problem with it. It's like, don't get me wrong. If that stuff doesn't happen and they just, kind of, I was about to use a term, but let me pick something else. If they just beat them, I know. If they just beat them right straight up and they, nothing fishy, I can live with that. You know what I mean? Like for instance, the Bills game, I gave credit to the Chiefs because the Bills pissed the game away and there was nothing really kind of weird like that, if I remember correctly. And it's like, that's my biggest problem now. It's like, I understand Taylor Swift's there. And I said this either to you guys on the show or a little bit, shout out Jorge.
Jorge, do not encourage you.
No.
Thank you for backing me always. Shout out. But, that's my thing. It's like you gotta be able to let them play, and let the outcome happen. And in my opinion, I don't know if this is true or not, I thought for the Super Bowl they get the best referee, or essentially they're all head officials. Like I don't understand how that works, so I don't know what they're watching.
Like an all-star team. These
that's what I figured.
Don't even work together in the regular season, so they don't care about consistency or just.
It's so idiotic though. And you know what's the problem for me? Yeah. It's getting worse. Like in my mind, 2 Super Bowls, literally back to back, the Chiefs back to back, have been decided by either calls or non-calls holding wise. And I'll tell you this is the only thing I want to say about it. That way I don't look too conspiratorial or whatever else, because I understand it is what it is. In the history books, it's always going to say Kansas City back to back with the Patriots.
Yeah.
But this is my thing, right? Is like, how are you going to have 2 back-to-back Super Bowls decided with the Eagles? I thought a soft manure holding call. And now and essentially in that Super Bowl, it ices the game because they scored a touchdown with no time left when they were going to kick a field goal. And the other thing is, now for this one, you're telling me a 3rd and 16 and a 3rd and 26 or whatever is not going to change the game. And in my opinion, that's my biggest problem. And I understand almost only counts on horseshoes and hand grenades. It is what it is, like I said. But that's the only thing that sits wrong with me as a football fan, right? That's the only thing that bothers me. Like I said, I don't remember the Patriots. Like, I remember always hearing stuff. I don't remember it ever being this blatant, but I could be wrong. So the older fans, let me know. The other thing I wanted to say, cut me off. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
No. Sorry. Well,
the other thing, you guys talked for a while. You guys talked for a while. I didn't get my time. I'm reclaiming my time now.
He's always like this if you're new to the show, by the way.
When it comes to Reed Kelsey,
I wanted to get an Nancy's question.
My bad. We'll get to it right now. When it comes to Reed Kelsey, my bad, Nancy. If not, they won't give me my time back. They won't give me my time back. When it comes to Reed Kelsey, shout out Jorge. Don't cut off the king. Exactly. The king is here. Anyway, when it comes to Reed Kelsey, I honestly, like I've said on the program before, I love Andy Reid. That's the bright spot I see of them winning a Super Bowl. I try to see the brighter side. I don't know how he didn't bench him the rest of the half, and honestly, in my mind, that is inexcusable because it's a lack of respect.
He's one of their best players.
Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because that is a lack of respect. Because in my mind, you treat all the players the same. You have to have accountability. That is an accountability needed action. And in my mind, it doesn't matter if you lose a Super Bowl. I don't know, because you remember a few years ago.
For a series bench him, I guess.
I said a half because that happened in the first half. I already benched him the half.
All right, fine.
Came at halftime and get your head out of your ass.
I agree with that.
Maybe they can do the blue card like in soccer.
Get your ass down.
The thing that they don't the thing that's not that they don't understand sometimes, these guys, is like, you got to this point because you trust Andy Reid. It's not like Andy Reid is some random slapdick out there calling plays on a Madden card. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what he's doing, whether he likes it or not. And how does Kelsey know? Maybe Andy's trying to keep him fresh for the next play or whatever else. Like, that's something, another thing he doesn't know, because he was changing tight ends a lot of the time. And on top of that, in my mind, that's you can't have that, dude, because it's just inexcusable. That type. I'm like, for instance, me, right? When I coach, especially on game day, I don't like emotional.
There was a game where a guy caught a pass and a coach was on the ground, and I turned to a camera guy and I'm like, "Who is that?" He's like, "I think Danny just got pushed." I'm like, "I'd be surprised if Daniel let somebody shove him."
No one's gonna shove me, dude. I'll tell you that. But this is my thing, right? I don't like emotional people on game day, especially in those situations, because it's like the thing we talked about Caleb Williams not too long ago. When you are emotional,
him wearing a
high
dress,
stress, well, I'm not talking about that. That's a different thing, guy. when you're high stress in those
Did you draft him?
situations, no.
Save it for
When-
draft talk. Come on.
When you're high stress or high what's it called? When you're overly emotional in those high stress situations, shut up, idiot. I'm not trying. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I speak with my hands. You see, and then you distract me, and then you get pissed. But
Sorry.
you tend to lose focus. You tend to lose focus, and that's my biggest problem. Is like when you get overly emotional like that. Like I've pulled players out before because they're overly emotional. It's like you're gonna sit on the bench, you're gonna calm down. We're gonna talk about this, then I'll put your ass back in the game. But that's my biggest thing, dude. You need to freaking be composed, and that's the other thing. It's
Wrap
not like
it
he's all right. There he goes. Just keep
All right.
doing this.
So
Whatever.
Nancy's asking. She said that she saw that Chris Jones asking for Aaron Donald
I'm
money.
sure
Honestly,
he is.
Nancy, the impact that he had in every single playoff game, he
was
deserves
really
that
good.
kind of money.
He was
I don't
dominant.
think Kansas City's going to be able to bring him back. To be honest,
The
Not
tricky
him and
part too, he's older and like you're gonna
Yeah.
give him that type of money.
yeah,
Don't
and
worry.
Ladarius
Roger will
Sneed,
make it happen.
Ladarius Sneed is
He had
younger.
he had a terrible Super Bowl. I'm gonna call it
did.
like it is. Like
He did.
like McDuffie's
Trent
way better.
McDuffie on the other
Yeah,
side though,
he
that
was
dude was
Yeah.
amazing. He had like that one holding at the end, kind of tic tac I thought, or ticky tacky. There you go. But he has so many batted passes and playing inside
Yeah.
outside. Like I was and even rushing the pass, he was all over the place. I love watching Trent McDuffie.
I don't mean to rain on somebody's parade, but that was a guy that I remember was heavily talked about going to a certain team because
Oh, I'd love to
they
see
really
who they took over him. I'm sure it was some slappy. Who's
Zion
What year was it?
Johnson.
Last year, right? Oh yeah,
it was
the-
Zion
okay.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He's still on. The
Which I
team
mean,
that week.
Zion, we don't know yet what he
Yeah.
could be. I mean, especially
Yeah.
with this new coaching staff coming in.
Yeah.
But,
McDuffie was
uh,
after, right?
Huh?
McDuffie went after, right?
Yeah,
Or
he went
before?
21st, and I think the Chargers selected Zion like 18th or 17th.
That's one thing I want to let everyone know.
What
on
do
the
you
record.
think? They don't pay because I think, and I've told you this, Gilbert. Mahomes is gonna restructure and do what he does. Kelsey will probably restructure and do what he does.
Yeah.
And then they'll try and add some money to try either bring one of these guys back. But I think it's gonna be. I think Snead is a lot cheaper than Chris Jones is. The only thing is Chris Jones affects the game in a whole different way.
So
Like
good.
Karlaftis, all those guys, like they don't get to the quarterback if it isn't for what Chris. Look how many times Chris Jones. They should have won the game with that that touchdown. That should have been the one. It would have been another touchdown of Jawan Jennings. He was coming over. He was coming around free. Chris Jones went untouched, and Brock Purdy had to throw it up, and it was an incomplete, and they had to kick the field goal.
Did
But
you
if it
see that
wasn't for
beef?
Chris Jones,
Did you see that beef, by the way, about that?
bro, there's
On
a lot
the-
of beefs going
Oh,
on.
let him just kind of-
Feliciana or Feliciano.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. That's what it was.
Threw,
yeah.
threw his
He
own
had two-
teammate under the
No,
bus.
he had two separate beefs.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter from the Eagles just came out
Oh,
and
yeah.
said that he threatened or that he made fun of him killing his teammate at Georgia,
Yeah.
allegedly killing his teammate
Yeah.
at Georgia.
John
Allegedly.
Feliciano said that to him in a game.
That's allegedly what Jalen Carter said. And then Jalen
Jeez.
Carter came out, or Feliciano came out and said this. He said, let me get real quick.
Yeah, but it's absolutely wild.
He's like, dude told me he was going to murder me and my kids, would never see me again 3 times because I was laughing at him after getting a flag. I said, I believe him. I believe you got a body. Then he continued for weeks posting my fam and reaching out to my
Whoa.
friends.
Yeah.
This is some trash talking to a whole another.
Yeah,
level.
No, but
then you-
Feliciano then was like, oh yeah, he threw one of his teammates under the bus and he's like, oh my bad, I was drunk.
Yeah, I might believe that in Carter now after what he did to his teammate.
Bruh.
No, then
But
did you
know,
see?
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like that video I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago from OJ. Nobody F's with me, you know that. Nobody F's with me. And it's like, well, yeah, nobody F's with you for a reason.
Then did you see the other player beefing with Sauce? I forgot who it
But
was.
Gilbert, what do you? I think they pay one of them, and I think they're going to go the
Yeah.
cheaper route, and it's going to go Snead.
I would rather pay for Chris Jones because
No, I would pay Chris
he's a
Jones
game
in a
changer.
heartbeat. Yeah.
Maybe and
But
I'm
you saw
gonna,
how much of a struggle it was this year for them to pay him. Like it
Yeah.
went deep in the trade.
Yeah,
It took
'cause
Kelsey.
it
and
depends.
Mahomes. Yeah.
What the hell they're gonna agree on. They know what he wants, so they got to figure that out. But I already annoyed Charger fans. I'm gonna annoy Rams fans now here watching. Like, there's only one player who's on the level of Aaron Donald, and I don't care anymore. I've seen it 2 years in a row. Chris Johnson is up there on that level. The way
Chris
he
Jones.
played last year. Sorry, Chris Jones.
He's
Chris,
so excited about his
Yeah, yeah,
interview
yeah.
with Chris
Check out my
Johnson.
interview with Chris Johnson.
You guys have
CJ
to check it out.
Duque. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta check it out. But
Yeah.
Fernando had a miss. He was running around getting Antonio Gates. Check out the interview too. Fernando got Antonio Gates. A lot of promos there. But Jerry
Fistful
Tillery
scrolling.
also in the conversation
Fistful
with Chris
scrolling.
Jones and Aaron Donald. Yeah, I did not see Jerry Tillery in Las Vegas, so we tried to get him on, and he said no. And then he showed Fernando. Just
He
kidding.
said only if we talk about his socks.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god.
But I will find a way to figure out maybe something for Fernando where like they pay him a lot of money up front, and it's like a 5-6 year deal with like 3-4 years of void. You know, those void deals where they don't matter, but you can move the money.
The cap
Yes,
doesn't count.
move the money around and
Yeah.
give that guy guaranteed like what is it? I think Aaron Donald had like $35 million per year, maybe something like that, 38 or like 30. Obviously, that's
No, Jorge. He was joking.
No,
He
we're
was
kidding.
joking.
Sorry.
Yeah,
It was more of a reference to the Justin Herbert hit that we all hated, right?
Yeah. It was the Justin Herbert hit. That's what he's joking around
But yeah,
about.
it's Chris Jones and Aaron Donald and the rest. I don't know who. I don't care who's third.
Jorge, do you really think
find a way.
Do you really think Dan and Dago would have allowed Jerry Tillery to push me?
I would have been a streaker on that field right away, dude.
Well, you watch all his tape, and he was essentially a linebacker, right? Dan, you already knew that.
Check the
But
tape,
guys,
dude. He was
make
at the
sure-
second level.
Make sure, as for right now, we're gonna continue this talk, but make sure you guys go check out everything that we did. Man, we talked to a lot of cool people. We got Rampage Jackson, Chuck Liddell, we got the Cake Boss, and, and I know people are gonna be like, Cake Boss, yeah, and Buddy Velastro, Antonio Gates, Vernon Davis, Ryan Garcia, obviously, we have a lot of great stuff. Make sure you guys, and then Gilbert was you know what, let's get to that for a second. I honestly want to talk to him about this. Ted said, what would happen if Chris Jones went to the Rams? You would really like ain't nobody blocking those guys.
So yeah,
nobody's blocking those two guys. Gilbert, tell us what it was like to be there in the locker room. Guys, if you guys haven't checked it out yet on Compas on the Beat YouTube page, make sure you guys check out all the videos, all the sights and sounds from the locker room. Gilbert was there. He uploaded some videos. Honestly, it looked crazy in there. Gilbert, just give us a little bit of what happened at Super Bowl.
First thing, me being a Mexican, I told myself, don't steal anything from the Super Bowl locker room.
Because the FBI will find you, guy, even if you live in Mexico City.
You had to be a Mexican. That's terrible. Anyways, if you guys know the story, was it Tom Brady's jersey got stolen?
Tom Brady, Von Miller.
After the Falcons
jersey,
game, I think.
Von Miller's jersey.
It was after the Falcons game, I think.
It was
right?
Von Miller's helmet and his gloves. No. It was after the Seahawks one, I think.
Which is really valuable that game too.
I was actually at that Super Bowl too. Yeah.
Where was that
I met him at
Arizona.
In Arizona. I actually met him. Like Dante introduced me to him.
The guy who
yeah. So like
that's
when all this
hilarious.
stuff came through, and the guy actually told me, he's like, oh, what are you doing right now? And I told him, he's like, stay in school, because I was still in school at the time. He's like, bust your ass, like don't take any shortcuts, like life is not about shortcuts. And I was like, damn.
You know what was my favorite part?
Like,
when they came out with that documentary, he
you're
goes
the man.
like,
You're the man, Ted.
Shout out, Ted. Shout out,
Ted.
Ted Rudolph. Shout out. You know what's my favorite part though? They do the doc. He's like, I've invited Brady to come to my home and da-da-da. I'm like, what a jackass. He steals his jersey. Then he expects him to come to his house. Like, get out of here, dude. He's
you saw how they caught him, right, Gilbert? They caught him because he was boasting on the internet, like, what a my collection. And some little snot-nosed kid took a screenshot of it and he sent it to the FBI. Like, it was a whole thing or whatever. But bro,
can you read it in Spanish? Tengo estas cosas de Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. This guy used to have the Pope would come to Mexico City. He would call him and say, hey, I'm down to do a sit-down interview with him. Like, the guy was freaking like top notch. Like,
thank you,
one of the best.
Shout out, Leaf.
Thank you so much.
Our friend out there in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
That's right.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, Dan has good memory.
Yeah, I got a steel trap, baby.
He's a lineman.
I got a steel trap.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
I'm gonna tell you right now, to everyone listening, linemen make the best boyfriends and husbands, dude. We're natural protectors. Shout out.
Well, we got to get you, Dan, on what is it? Farmer Meets a Wife. Meets a Wife.
Oh,
yeah,
we actually interviewed Farmer Meets a Wife.
Let me go to my notes from
there.
Is it on tonight, Fernando? Is it on tonight?
Huh?
It's Tuesday,
That's
right?
true.
Is it on tonight?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
I gotta watch it. Okay.
Check that out.
I need to check it out. By the way,
maybe CBS will give me a farm. Who knows?
You guys need to check it out because Gilbert asked one of the guys, "You guys don't use dating apps?" And the guy's like, "Dude, I graduated with 28 students." And Gilbert's like, "Well, what about the 100-mile radius?"
Speaking like I know how to use it, you know.
You guys need to check that out. Honestly,
that one,
we had a lot of great interviews at Radio Row. I hope you guys can check them all out. I know it takes time, but like, comment, subscribe. It was on.
Hey, Jorge, they're already trying to get me on Damn Love Is Blind, dude.
No,
Dan dressed pretty nice the entire week. Those button-ups were pretty nice and crisp, man. You're ready.
I'm telling you, dog. I clean up.
Hey, by the way, Jorge, you'll love this. Everybody kept on stopping Dan because of his hat. Everybody's like, "Hey, nice hat. Hey, I love your hat." Security guards, athletes, everybody was raving about Dan and Dago's hat.
Didn't the guy tell you, "Hey, you know, something, give me that hat and you can have this"? What do you say? Or give me your cowboy hat? I forgot.
No, they never told me that.
Oh, no. He said I might have to keep your hat.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, something like that as a joke.
It was one of the security guards. You know, you guys were talking.
He was checking it. Yeah. By the way, I was making everybody laugh today because I was telling them, I was like, dude, the amount of soda I consumed this whole week, like, is unmatched. Like, I should honestly look into the Guinness Book of World Records, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how you do all those Diet Cokes, man. That's a lot.
Bro, I'm slinging. And you know what?
You should get sponsored. Oh, by the way, and your pretzels were a hit again.
Shout out.
They wouldn't put you on the show because it'd be unfair to the other contestants.
Shout out, my boy. Shout out.
That's why I feel on the show here. I can't even get my spotlight because Dan's always talking. That's why we keep him on the show.
I shut up for like 10 minutes while you guys went.
I know, it was awesome. I got to talk for a bit.
Oh, this guy, what a scumbag.
But next year, Dan, we gotta get sponsored by Diet Coke because that's her thing. And was it peanut butter pretzel and your chocolate covered raisins? People love that.
We gotta find a Costco out there in New Orleans.
And you made a bet.
Ted, you're the man.
Thank you, Ted. And
shout out, Ted.
Dan, you made friends with one of the legendary running backs of all time, son.
Jared Payton. Jared Payton. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I gotta admit, like, you're hanging out with Jared Payton.
Jorge, I saw that comment. You know, for all you Catholics out there, shout out. Lent starts tomorrow. Yeah. I'm giving it up for 40 days. I'm giving it up for 40 days.
Ted just put?
Shout out, Ted. Coke Zero is better. There was only Diet Pepsi at the event, so it is what it is.
Okay, man,
Coke Zero is better. I will. Hey, never mind. Allegedly, I will take a sponsor from both. Don't you worry. I will take a sponsor from
Nancy, Dan, and Gilbert got a little bit tipsy the last night that we were there.
Yeah.
I'm the responsible one. I'm the one that
I need to handle drive for a night.
Yeah.
Shout out, Jorge. Good luck with giving up coffee, dude. No, I was saying, hey, had some adult beverages. You know, I'm not gonna say it was this or that.
Well, after the Friday that we had with the whole Ryan Garcia and everything, we deserve to kind of chill out a little bit.
We didn't go black out, dude. Like, for real.
Dan, I know you and I argue a lot, but I'm gonna give you a lot of credit here. You were like the social media coordinator for Compas on the beat. All the videos you're seeing on the shorts or IG, they're all taken by Dan. Great stuff,
bro. That's all you guys do.
Hey,
you guys
Ted, also PB and J's also.
Yeah, PB and J, Ted. Shout out. Hey, no, this is all you guys, dude. You guys are stars. I'm just here doing anything I can to help you guys out and everything else. You guys are the face of the program.
You guys need to realize we went over to the Pat McAfee show and all the boys recognized us because of Dan. Like, they were all like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" Like, Dan, we're standing there like waiting for watching The Rock or whatever. And Dan gets like tapped on the shoulder and he's like, "Oh crap." And he turns around. One of the boys is like, "What's up, dude? How are you?" He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And
I'm not gonna lie. Everybody in the chat, little inside story. Chat. There are Hall of Famers walking around. There are news personalities walking around. I feel nothing for half of them. The only guys who get me butterflies and everything else, like a oh shit type thing, is Pat McAfee and the boys, dude. They're just legends. Well, actually, I'll take that. I'll add someone to that. Seeing Bussin' with the Boys, they were awesome, dude. They're also on my
those interviews.
Make sure you guys check out so it was opening night. I talked to the Bussin' with the Boys. I'm like, "Hey, can I get you guys?" And I asked Taylor Lewan about Jim Harbaugh now being the Chargers head coach, and he freaking he was like, Will Compton's like, they're gonna win the Super Bowl in the next 3 years. That's what Taylor's gonna say. And I go over and he's like, yeah, they're gonna win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years. So funny interview. Make sure you guys check that out. It was definitely awesome. And again, we got that content for you guys, so you guys would obviously
go check it out.
You guys love what we did. By the way, Jorge, look at this. This is Jared Payton, the son of Walter Payton. He goes up to Dan and Dago, and I have it right here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. You're gonna break my rib, dude. I can tell you work out. I can tell you work out. Sorry. I can tell.
Flexing on me.
That
The funniest part is he scared the dog piss out of me when I was going to the bathroom. He was like running over. All of a sudden, I feel someone like touch my side or whatever, and like do kind of like a arm under or whatever, and like breathe and sweep and go. And I was like, oh Jesus Christ, dude! Almost had a heart attack. Ted, you legit. I don't know if I'm misreading this or not. You legit eat a grilled cheese with PB and J in it. Or is
No,
that
he
like
said he loves
10%
PB and
just-
J's, and that he also loves grilled cheese also. And
Okay.
Those are good.
Okay, I was about to say, bro, that's wild. Like, hey, that is true.
And also, real quick, Ted, we got Dan and Dago into Korean barbecue, and I think he was hitting off with the waitress too.
bruh. I we should have documented that. How many plates we slammed down? Like, I was
You were the
not.
one
I
We
was,
that
went twice. That's how
ordering.
good that place was.
yeah, that's how good that plate. What did you say about me? You slammed some also. Don't act like it was just me,
I
Mr.
didn't order
Ribeye and brisket and everything else.
Oh, that came with
That's-
it. By the way, Gilbert, I want to ask you real quick before you continue with your stories. What did you think about what
Yeah,
Will
I forgot
Compton
about it.
tweeted out?
See, thank you for bringing this up. I had already forgotten. Thank you for bringing this up.
Wow.
He put NFL is basically the WWE now. All scripted, fixed. That pick who they want to win. It's all for entertainment. And honestly, I don't even know why I watch and care so much. It's all fake. Gilbert. Now, for context, I thought he was BSing also.
He's being
But
serious.
then, huh?
He had a
hold
quote
on.
tweet. Yeah, he quote tweeted
hold
something
on.
and replied.
Yeah.
By the way,
let me-
shout out Ted. Thank you for clarifying. I got a wee bit confused there.
So, hold on.
I was literally about to go try it.
I think he might be trolling a little bit because then you look at this comment and
Could
it
be.
says, so you really believe that the 53 men coaches and staff on the 49ers team trained, practiced, and played 19 games just to lose the final one because of the script? Yes, I did it for 10 years. Actually, 9. Roger wanted to have fun with my 10th year.
See, this is my thing when it comes to that. I think that comment is a little bit silly because you don't need 53 men on a team or a coaching staff.
So
All you need is the officials on the field and just the guys upstairs and everyone else. Those are the ones who really pull the string. Like, let's be real. Doesn't matter if you drop the best play. You tackle a guy and get called for holding, the play comes
I know
back.
your thoughts. I'm asking him.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm not gonna.
I was trying to set it up. You see how I can't
maybe
even
a couple
set
months
up?
ago, I'd be like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard." But a lot of people keep coming to me, new casual fans, or people who just would love watching the Super Bowl. It was an entertaining game. Let's not forget about that. It was.
I didn't
It was.
I thought it was. I was there. I don't know. Maybe
I thought the
that's what it
halftime was
Good
better
defense.
than the actual
Good
was. I
game.
thought it was the other way around. I thought it was kind of decent. Usher. I
Oh,
love
you didn't
hearing
like the halftime?
Usher's songs were great, but being there in person, it felt like kind of
Oh.
like a mad
Was
performance.
that
better
chick
than
that like broke
Rihanna.
her face or whatever?
What chick?
There was a
Somebody
girl,
broke
I
her face?
guess, that like she was skating and she had never skated before, but just to be in the Usher video, she
She
put that she
fell?
had skated. She fell on her face and she like broke it or
my
whatever.
Oh, wow.
And somebody goes, "This is why you don't lie on a resume."
Especially something
I did not see that. But I thought it was a good Super Bowl. It was overtime, and I guess it was a lot of
so
field goals and a lot of stoppage. But like, there was 2 streakers
defense.
on the field.
Yeah,
There was turnovers, a muck punt.
streakers?
There was touchdowns. There was 2
I
streakers.
didn't see two. Yeah, they
Oh, yeah,
didn't
there
show
was
us two.
There was one on each opposite side of the field, and the thing's kind of wild.
Oh.
And it means to kind of say for the people who think Chiefs get all the breaks, I thought they should have stopped the play. It was a critical third down when the streaker they were on the field before the play was snapped, and the officials nobody saw this crap. Speaking to what you're saying, Dan, they have terrible eyesight apparently,
Yeah,
but nobody stopped it, and obviously it didn't work
security.
out.
I just find it hard to believe
Cracking
that
down?
that they would have allowed Taylor Swift to just stand there and like defeat and all that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
that's
fine.
the one, that's
Maybe
the one
when it
area
comes
that
to the Nick
get out of
Bosa
my mind.
stuff, and you're at the Super Bowl, but they beat the Bills, they beat the Ravens, they beat the Dolphins. And
No,
get
I
it.
agree.
Once you
No,
get
no,
to the dance,
actually-
maybe I don't know.
Actually, I don't.
business.
I do not agree. I think that the Bills beat themselves. I think they beat the Dolphins.
Well, I'm saying there
I
was
think
no
the
funny
Bills beat
business in those
themselves, and I
games.
think the Ravens beat
I
themselves.
don't think there was funny games. I don't remember.
But maybe
I
once you get to the dance with Taylor Swift, maybe there's something there. I don't know. We're gonna see a documentary down the line. But a lot of people keep asking me that, friend. It's not.
And I'll be directing
it's
it.
a common. It's a common
Exactly.
question. Yeah, we'll ask. And then people will ask us about a documentary of Devin
By the
Haney,
way,
Ryan
speaking
Garcia
of the
shoving
beer,
each other.
yeah, her beer chuck did seem super scripted.
Oh
By the
yeah,
way,
she
did
saw
you
the
see
camera and started doing it, and I thought it was the worst thing because it took like 8
And then
seconds for her
Ice
to
Spice
finish.
over there dropping freaking demonic hand signals and stuff. Yeah,
Oh really? I didn't see that
Weirdos.
video.
Oh, you didn't
Weirdos.
see? Oh, yeah.
No.
Weirdos. Weirdos, dude. But that's Hollywood. That's the music industry. We've always heard stories about that
I
anyway.
ain't freaking
Not to
following-
veer off
I
too far
thought
into
the press
that.
box with all the Las Vegas people was way better than whatever's
By
going
the
on.
way, did you see what Brandon Marshall
yeah.
tweeted out?
No.
That Taylor Swift got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl.
Well, I
Oh,
wish he was gonna be there for that.
That's
I
what Brandon.
did hear
That's
about
what Brandon
that.
Marshall tweeted out that he got.
Well,
that he
Kanye
bought a
likes to
box
talk.
or a
You think he would have
Yeah.
tweeted it out though?
that he bought a box or a seat right in front of her box or seat or whatever.
Ooh.
So that way, every time they painted her, there'd be Kanye in his mask or
I wanted Kanye to come out with Devo and Trent Williams with the freaking boombox and just
That would have been
playing.
so sick.
famous.
been
That would have
sick.
been hilarious.
Yeah, Jorge, you're right. The upside down cross. That's some weirdo,
Yeah, that's weird.
weirdo stuff.
That's
But
weird.
Gilbert, going back, my bad. So, what was it like in the locker room after the game?
Yeah, it was chaotic. It was pretty fun. They made us wait like an hour outside the locker room, and maybe Chargers fans will laugh at this one, but it was kind of funny because we were waiting outside the Chiefs locker room, and Antonio Pierce walks by, Mark Davis walks by of the Raiders. I'm there, and it's in the Raiders locker room. The Chiefs celebrated in the Raiders locker room.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I thought it was
Yeah, we got to figure it out. We're confirmed. Our guy Adam Hill, friend of the show,
shout out.
1000% got it right, and I would believe that
Did
guy.
you see Dan trolling him though?
Yeah. Are you sure? Was it really? It's a
Dude, that
UNLV
guy's
locker room.
That guy's a legend, dude. I could
It's
listen.
not. The Raiders locker room.
Yeah. So if you ever see Adam Hill on the show, can you just comment, "We believe you, Adam Hill," next time? But
No,
We're gonna-
Sai,
we're
tell
gonna-
him.
We're gonna try and get Adam Hill more on more.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think
Our
fans really
show's
enjoy
only
having
good when
Adam
he's
Hill.
on. So I don't know.
Yeah,
about
no. When you see Adam Hill on the show, just put "It's not the Raiders locker room" the whole time. It's
But-
too
but
too many
it
kids
was-
Jorge
don't
will
know
do
that.
that.
It was
Jorge,
awkward
shout
that
out.
Antonio Pierce and Mark Davis walked by, and they know in the back of their minds like, crap, they're about to have a big ass party in our locker room, our AFC West rivals. Like, could they not
Smoking
plan? They
cigars.
had cigars in there. They had the AP trademark, whatever. I guess everybody's done it, but just to kind of answer your question, bro. Like, there's people. What's up, Jorge? Oh yeah, you're here. Whatever, Jorge.
We
sorry
love
about
Adam
that.
Hill.
But yeah, Adam Hill is cool, Jorge. That's what I meant. But going around the locker room, it was cool to see people either on the Raiders gonna come in for off-season workouts and the floor is still gonna be champagne sticky. Dude, my clothes got all sticky from the freaking champagne. At
Oh,
one
did they
point-
hit you with it?
Yeah, the freaking Travis Kelce.
Did you-
What a
did
terrible
you open-
person, right? Getting
Did-
me with champagne.
Did you open your mouth for it, or no? Did you drink some?
We're on
What?
Dad.
What? That was what?
No,
That's
no.
probably Dom Perignon or whatever. It's expensive as hell.
That sounded weird, but also nice pivot. And I'm gonna say I'm a
Pivot?
respect the reporter, and I would not celebrate with that. team,
Pivot. I
okay?
didn't say celebrate. I say consume some alcohol that they're
Okay, I did not.
willfully dispersing.
You know what's kind of funny? Like my cheapo butt here. When the champagne was spraying, I wanted to protect my phone, and I was like, "Oh wait, screw the phone! I gotta keep recording this." I kind of
Yeah.
noticed I kind of move it back. There's some dude with some big ass camera, and he did not protect it. So
saw
I'm
that.
like whatever. Then I'll just keep doing it. But
I saw
yeah,
that.
it was people dancing in circles, taking photos. So some of the guys that I talked to were the ones chilling by their locker, like their locker. I think it was like the first timers. They didn't know how to process it. They didn't know how to celebrate. It was like, man, we won the damn thing. And I talked to Jawan Taylor. I kind of asked him about the Nick Bosa stuff. He obviously, Fernando, you talked to Jawan Taylor too, and he didn't want to go there. MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling, like I asked him too straight up, like, hey, like people criticize your wide receivers all year. What do you want to say? And he said, F them. So that was a good quote. And then Tommy Townsend, the punter for the Chiefs, bro, he just went off on a whole rant about them being a dynasty. So I was going
Did
around
you see
talking to
his
people.
picture? By the way, something positive. Did you see his picture with Taylor Swift?
Tommy Townsend. I did
Yeah.
not.
Taylor Swift was like that, like celebrating, and Tommy Townsend was also, but it just looks so like it looks so funny. Like the dude was like somebody posted on that picture and put, when would you ever think a pop star and a punter would be celebrating a champion?
That guy was really fun to talk to. If we ever get him on the show, he's a really great interview. But it was cool. And then Patrick Mahomes walked in with his WWE belt, and obviously Kelce doing his thing there. And the music kept stopping on and on. That was weird, but whatever. And then they popped the bottles, had cigars, took
way,
pictures.
Was Kelce drunk before he got on stage?
for the podium interview.
Viva Las Vegas. I was like, what?
Oh, I didn't even see that, but people said he kind of acted a little weird for that.
Anybody
Yeah,
showered themselves like Chris Bosh? It was Mahomes.
Actually, he looked like I don't know. Maybe he's the only one that was pretty cleaned up out there. But I did also, if you guys care, saw Jackson Mahomes walking by. He was not let into the locker room because apparently he doesn't have VIP access anywhere. But if you saw the video,
Damn. How far was he from Taylor Swift?
actually, I don't even think they
I
were
did see a
together.
video. He tried to say hi to her, and she kind of turned around and like went somewhere else.
They're like the
Dude,
Vinny
I
Mahomes.
would love to
He's
ask.
like the old uncle trying to get into the club with the young kids. Like, hey.
This is gonna sound stupid, but I would love to ask Mahomes to rank his family members
Oh,
and see
man.
like worst to like. All right,
Oh,
I
did
can
I
you
handle
think
it.
Jackson Mahomes is number one. That for the
No, I don't know,
least
bro.
like.
Did you see Patrick Mahomes Sr. or no?
No, he wasn't there.
Actually, no, I don't think I saw him, but I did. Yeah, obviously saw Jackson Mahomes. I saw
Yeah, no,
Brittany
Pat. I
walking
thought
by.
Pat at media night said he was gonna be at home. Well,
Oh,
bro, I don't think he can leave the state. I don't know where it happened.
I don't
like-
know. I don't think I saw
Yeah,
that.
allegedly,
Maybe
I don't
did. I
know.
gotta check my videos. I had a bunch of videos. I did see two people in handcuffs when I was waiting at the locker room
Nah,
for the
the
locker room to
streakers.
open. Yeah, some guy in a Chris Jones jersey was in handcuffs. So, but no, it was pretty cool to be in there.
Taylor Swift?
I did not. That's the only one I did not see. So she has special
What
treatment.
time did you get out of the stadium?
Oh man, like I want to say like 11 p.m. But yeah, it was cool. Like once I finished out of the locker room, Andy Reid walking by in his car, rolling by in his cart to go into the locker room. So
That
it
guy's
was
a
pretty cool.
dog.
Yeah,
I wonder what cheeseburger he got, dude.
I don't
So
know. He
was
looked
it-
pretty happy in that cart.
Was it typical the way he ranks his brother above the housekeeper?
Wow.
I
And
wonder
the
if he's
nanny.
talking about
Don't
Brittany.
forget the nanny. Was it like a typical, like when the game's over, usually, I mean, normal games for us, we walk down there and we wait about 15, 20 minutes, like, no, about 30 to 40 minutes before they open up the locker room. Now, for a championship, is it kind of like that? Or is it like the players file in and then you guys go also and then they start celebrating? Or does Andy give a speech post-game to them and then they open up the doors for you
Put it
guys?
this way, I had to wait an hour, so that's extremely long for after the game. But the thing is, it was hard to get down to the field level, Fernando, and you guys saw, those stairs we had to go down to get to the field level for opening night.
Yeah.
So we couldn't figure out how to get anywhere, and we weren't going to trust the elevator. So me and my colleague Connor Orr, we went the same way. We kind of knew where we were going to go because he kept saying, "Go find those stairs." Nobody could find the stairs, and I remember, the stairs from opening night. So we're kind of behind. We're late. So obviously we're rushing. We want to get our stories done and all that. So we ran down the freaking stairs, and I thought I was doing those what was those
high steps.
Yeah, there you go, high steps. And I was gonna fall on my face right now. I was like, we get down there, and then for no reason, they made us wait for another 40 minutes. So, but no, it was cool. Obviously, they go to the podium, or they're doing a celebration on the field, whatever, at the podium, and doing the trophy stuff. So that was all expected there. But for a second, I got worried that I wasn't gonna get into the locker room because my credential got denied. I guess I wasn't flashing it right, and I was scared. Like the guy kept saying, "Well, try it again." I'm like, "No, I don't want to show him. I wanted to kind of make an excuse, like, oh, it was a glitch. Like, let me just go." And he wouldn't do it. He called his boss, and then Adam Hill comes behind me and he does the same thing. It wouldn't work. I'm like, okay, see, it's not me. And then after a while, I was like, all right, fine, forget about it. Let me do it one more time, and it worked green. So. I was gonna say the R
See how
word.
the curse?
Let me
See
in,
how the curse?
people. But yeah,
Nancy wasn't a fan of
see how the
halftime
curse?
show. I think
I liked it. I liked it
but
more
I
than
thought it was-
Rihanna.
I thought the songs were pretty
the
cool.
songs
And
are really
I
good. I expect a little better from the performance. That's it.
I agree with her though. In the sense that the Snoop one in LA was, awesome.
I actually did
that's
not
awesome.
see this. Did you guys see the pic of the Chargers fan at Disneyland Parade? They got Mahomes looking and smiling at the bold pride flag. I didn't see that. That's
I
actually
didn't
pretty
see that
funny.
either. I saw something on Twitter somewhere that supposedly Charger fans were rooting for the Chiefs or something like that, and I was kind of like,
Oh yeah,
I don't know how that works. I don't know how
Gilbert,
that works.
I think I found Dan's. What's it called? His.
On Reddit.
No, I found his
Burner?
well, his burner.
Oh,
My
no,
burner
Nike boys
says,
found out he's out on Reddit.
It says, seeing the Chargers fans root for the Chiefs yesterday makes me sick. Don't know how y'all can root for a division rival. I don't care if Jesus Christ himself is playing in my was playing in my division. I'm not rooting for him by any means. F the Chiefs, Broncos, and Raiders for life.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I was like, you know, and I said this on What's Up Bolts before already, and this was before the Telesco and Staley firing and everything else. I was like, there's no way Dino or owner Dean Spanos or whoever is not pissed off that in that tenure, the Broncos have won a Super Bowl and kind of rebuilt. They're on their way back. The Rams in their own city have won the Super Bowl, kind of rebuilt and are looking to come back. The Chiefs have dominated you. Now, you know, completed the dynasty, and you still haven't made it to a damn divisional playoff in so long, dude. Like, changes needed to happen. I'll tell you one thing. I was saying this as soon as the hire happened. Enjoy this moment because your time is done, dude. Jim Harbaugh's coming. Jimmy's not coming to lay down to anybody. You know, I'm excited, definitely. So
he was Jesse. He was sweating up a storm. Like I saw him, and he was in and then he kept on doing wardrobe changes. So I was actually that's the thing I was really impressed with. But
maybe being a little too harsh. You're probably right.
I liked it. I liked it.
But Dan was right. Like from an aesthetic point of view, like Katy Perry's was good too. I remember that. Like
Katy
I met her
Perry
when we were out there, and
one of the best ones.
But I think Michael Jackson's was still by far the most badass. Him and Prince, but Michael Jackson, because I remember he had 4 Michael Jacksons at the top of the stadium, and then he appeared at the bottom like that. That was just badass. Gilbert, real quick, let's talk a little bit about any more other stories or anything else you.
No, that was it for me from the Super Bowl.
I was the drive back.
Oh, I was tired. Like I woke up at like 6 and I left like at 7, and like maybe 40 minutes into my drive, I'm like, I gotta stop and pull over and get some coffee, and I got some Carl's Jr. burger. You know, why not?
It was probably the same one. It was probably the same Carl's Jr. on the way that we saw that we stopped at. Remember on the way back from the Raider game, I think 2 years ago or something like that, or 3.
Remember when Dan couldn't drive the damn car because his license had been expired?
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's not my fault. How I would love the chat to tell me.
Jorge, do you want to hear about your boy? So we were going to that the win your in-game Raiders Chargers, that Sunday night game, and we're getting ready. Gilbert rents a car, and we're all putting our licenses down to make sure that we can all drive or whatever and drive the car. So when they go with Dan, he's like, I can't put you down. Dan's like, oh, why not? He's like, your license expired, dude. It's been for the last month. What? Are you serious? And he's like, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I messed up. So
the ability to drive doesn't go away no matter what a piece of paper says. That's ridiculous to me. But real quick, Ike boy, I think that's how you say it. Is it this one? Oh, yeah. That's Jorge
likes to mess with me.
Jorge has understood the excitement, dude. You know,
Dan,
I think it honestly,
Nick Hardwick, assistant O-line coach.
I think that's excellent for a few reasons, right? I think sometimes, you know, I'm a big believer, right? So that you want to hire alums or former players at places because they're going to care a lot more for it, right? In my opinion, for the most part, you know, hiring a team legend like Nick Hardwick. The guy was there, busted his ass. He was one of the best centers in the league for a while. Him and Rivers were tight and everything else. I think it's going to be good, especially because you're going to need to replace Lindsley. Lindsley, supposedly, I don't know if it's official or not, supposedly he is going to retire. So this guy with all his expertise and everything else, on top of that, being the player, on top of that, supposedly the O-line coach they hired is an absolute legend and everything else. I think it's excellent. I think it's going to be good. And honestly, it can't be any worse than it's already been, I'd hope, but we're going to see what happens. But
how about LeVar Bowman at linebacker?
You know why I love that?
Deion Henley is gonna benefit from that.
And I bet you he's a dog in the sense that he likes that hard-nosed blue-collar football. And that's what I think the game needs to go back to, like, especially in the trenches in the front seven. Like, you can't – I don't know how to explain this, but you have to dominate up front to win games. Like, the DBs don't matter. The quarterback, running back, linebacker, or receivers don't matter if your guys up front aren't doing their job. And you saw that last Sunday. So I think it's excellent, especially hopefully, you know, there was a story I loved about Bill Belichick when he would draft players or bring players in, that he would have a lot of, you know, Patriot history on the wall. He would try and what's it called, bring that Patriots culture to it. You know what I'm saying? Make it a part of the identity of the player. That way they took pride in being a Patriot.
Remember
right?
Julian Edelman? They don't know who Matt Light was or something like that.
Exactly. And
Hey,
then he got super pissed
Julian
about
Edelman,
it.
supposedly Julian Edelman's dating Shakira. That's a hot rumor right
That was
Oh,
wild.
What does
that was
PK
wild.
think about that? See some soccer talk.
now. That fool's
Who
trash.
cares? That was trash.
Saquon Barkley to the Bulls. Nancy, the only way I could see this happening, I actually like this move better than like bringing back Austin Eckler. But I actually do
I got
like
a bone to pick.
And it costs money though.
that's what I was gonna say. Like he might have to take a pay cut to come in and run behind the Chargers offensive line because I think the way Jim Harbaugh is gonna do this, it's gonna be players that they like, guys that they draft, maybe cheap guys, and then just run like that. Like he had a running back by committee. Yeah, he had Frank Gore, but he also had a running back by committee behind Frank Gore. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt they would do it. But
I'll take that question and raise one, Nancy. Who would you rather have between Derrick Henry and Saquon? Derrick Henry's also a free agent.
And Josh Jacobs is also a free agent.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs.
I'll take Derrick Henry to answer your question.
I was about to say I like Derrick
Durable,
Henry too.
consistent.
Let me,
Saquon has more versatility though.
Especially because, and this is what I was telling Farrell, someone, or I forgot who, was telling me he's older. I'm like, the thing is, you don't need him as a workhorse. You only need him to tire out the defense.
Yeah.
You know, give him 10 to 15 snaps.
They haven't
or
had that in a
whatever.
long time.
Exactly. And then you have you need to find a guy who's a speedster who can change up the pace of the game. And that's what I think this team has been missing. And I've said it a lot of time. I don't care how much crap I get or if you give me crap for this. Since Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler were the backfield duo, like besides, well, they both had fumbling issues at the time, but when they were both in there together, that's when it was lethal because you had that change of pace, that that physicality with Gordon for the most part, and then you bring in the speed with Eckler, and that's draining to a defense.
Bang, bang.
You know what I mean? So
Gilbert, at one point they had LT, Michael Turner, and Darren Sproles.
Exactly,
Exactly. Yeah,
and that's what they're
so you need a. Ted says he has the Chargers and the Rams making the playoffs next year. That'd be interesting.
That's very
true. Dan, real quick, just wanted to get your thoughts on one thing. Is this list, and then Gilbert, your thoughts on another thing, and then we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any other questions, we'll definitely
get in there. Chat.
Right?
What?
Oh, wow. We're already here. Okay.
2024 QB. I think. Oh my God! Zoom in. I already think this is totally wrong. This is totally. Can you zoom in or no? There you go. Zoom in.
Okay.
I don't why Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson is ahead of Herbert in my mind is a joke. And for all you stooges who are going to tell me, oh, playoffs, oh, AFC Championship, oh, MVP, oh, no, I'm not going to say that. That would have been pretty naughty, but it's a bunch of horse manure, dude. Like the thing that both Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen have had that Herbert has not, consistent head coaching. And that's the biggest problem. That's been the missing piece for Herbert's career so far. He's on his third or fourth head coach.
All right, give us your top five, Dan.
All right.
Top five?
Gilbert.
Well, I want to hear Dan.
Go ahead.
Top five.
Start off with number 5.
I don't know. 5? All right. 5's fine. Stafford's fine. I mean, who else is there? Yeah, Stafford's fine. Let's go. 4. Actually, no, I lied. Jackson's number 5. I'd put Stafford ahead of Jackson.
Okay.
Then I'll go Allen, and that's 3, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget about Joe Burrow, just because he got hurt.
Oh, we're including Joe Burrow?
Yeah,
then Lamar's not even top 5. Lamar's not top 5. Give me Stafford. Give me I like Burrow more than Allen.
Okay, 3. So you're going 5. You're going 5. Lamar. 4.
No.
5.
Stafford. Then
4, Josh Allen. 3, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mahomes second. Give me Herbert number 1, 100%. I don't give a shit.
As long as you have Mahomes number 2, I won't complain too hard.
Gilbert, real quick about this list. I can't believe if you look at the bottom. My bad. Let me move it a little bit. I can't believe that Richardson is above Hurts, Purdy, and Tua.
Anthony, whoa. Who made this list?
Yeah, it's idiotic. Dude, the fact that Murray's top 15, what are we doing?
Yeah.
November, he escapes.
17.
He plays Call of Duty Warzone. Get out of here.
I can't believe Dak is number 6.
Why is Geno 12?
I would
Why
have.
is
Yeah, that
Murray
was another
livid?
thing too.
Why is Lawrence number 9, dude? That guy's
Get
been-
Lawrence down too.
Yeah, that guy disappointed
I
me
like
this year.
Love for the potential, and he was.
I
great.
like CJ more than I do Dak.
Oh, dude, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
CJ might be my top 5. You might be in my top 5 already.
If there's any
Ooh,
cow,
okay,
if-
hold on. I
here I go, getting cut off. What's
we need an
new?
edition of
Shout
Compas
out.
After Dark one of these days so Dan can go off freely.
Hey,
I don't know. I don't know. if the
One of
road
these
We might get
days.
canceled. We got new subscribers. We gotta chill out.
one of these days. But I was gonna say the thing that's no, you made me lose it now. God
Okay,
dang it,
Gilbert. So you
right.
would go. See, this is the way I would go: 5 CJ, 4 Stafford, 3 Burrow, 2 Herbert, and 1 Mahomes.
To who?
Herbert.
Okay, so you had no Jackson or Allen in the top, or
No.
I forget. Okay,
No, I haven't liked what Lamar and I don't like what Josh Allen do.
I don't know. Josh can at least sling it.
You-
I would take
so-
Josh.
you almost had me, Dan, but I definitely had. Sorry, Fernando. Mahomes and Burrow are 1 and 2. Just I know Burrow got hurt and he has to stay, healthy. But when
That's
he's
my
on the-
issue. That's the only reason why I put him above.
but he-
I put him
but he-
below.
Jackson, Allen, Herbert, none of these guys have gone to a Super Bowl, and that to me matters a lot. And then I know when it comes to elite game, he has it, but he has to stay healthy. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Can't be hurt again. So Mahomes, Burrow number 2, and I think I'm with you guys. Jackson, if we're gonna criticize Herbert for his lack of playoff success, I know Jackson and Allen have won a couple of games, but they haven't done much in the playoffs. So I'm cool with knocking those guys out. It gets a little tough for me because I'll put CJ at a 5 because he won a playoff game. He needs to do a little more. He's a rookie, but he was great. Maybe I think Stafford had a great game in the playoffs.
I thought
and he's won
Stafford had a
Super Bowl.
great year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great year. So I'll put on number
Yeah.
4. So I have one spot available at 3, and I didn't like what I saw from Jackson in the AFC title game. I don't like Allen in crunch time. So F it, give me Herbert at number 3. Just for
You know what's
if we're doing-
crazy about the
F
Burrow
it.
thing, though?
He's not some side
It's just-
thought
it's just
guy.
I want to see playoff success, and he doesn't have it. But like your Dan, to your credit, it's not his fault. And when it comes to it's like pound for pound boxing list, like when you talk about skill set and just the eye test, he has it. So I'll put him 3.
I actually like the Burrow thing. The only thing that made me a little bit nervous is that they still succeeded even with.
I think that comes down to coaching, though.
A little
No,
bit.
no, I
You
know
when
that.
they're on, when he's on, and
But they
clicking,
weren't. But they weren't the same team. They weren't the
Yeah,
same team.
yeah.
2 quarterbacks have only beaten Mahomes in the playoffs: Joe freaking Burrow and Tom
And
the
Tom
legend
Brady.
Brady.
You know what's?
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of that, real quick, the Joe Burrow thing. I saw a report today that they might tag. They might
Higgins?
tag Higgins for 1 year. That actually would be you go
Makes
all
sense.
in.
Yeah.
You go all in for this year, and you
Higgins,
try.
yeah,
And,
I'm with you. You got to keep him on
Yeah.
the roster.
all right,
I was gonna-
that was pretty fun, and I know we're barely in February, but Gilbert, what did you think of this? We just had him on the show last Friday. Did you see this video?
Oh, I did see that.
Oh my god, that hurt.
I think we had a better interview. I'll just say that.
That hurt.
What is this? Who is this?
Yeah,
It's
you
Ryan
don't-
Garcia. I don't know who she is.
Is
She,
it an
uh,
interview?
She's like a kind of a comedian where she has like awkward interviews with like rappers and
Oh,
people.
like
and
she's
he
been
make-
in bed with them, right? Like,
Yeah, she was in bed with Drake. Yeah, it sounds weird, but yeah,
In bed.
yeah, for an interview. So yeah, we don't have to go to those lengths here. Like
I was about to say, yeah, we can skip that one.
like
Oh,
Suge Knight said, "Come to Compas on the beat."
exactly.
And then I'm like,
Oh, they want to be all up in the video.
come on, watch,
All up in the bed.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm totally good. I don't need to see this
All right,
garbage.
This is Devin Haney
You're-
and Ryan Garcia.
You're giving
And
them
real
a
quick,
view.
just I don't forget, Nancy reminded me because of this comment here. Joey Bosa over Jason Kelsey straight up. That's pretty funny. Tony Romo called Nick Bosa Joey Bosa at one point. So I don't know if you guys.
By the way,
Look at
okay.
look at
By the way, I have a perfect trade. Are you guys ready for this? I'm ready for it. If I'm CBS, I fire Tony Romo and I'm like, either go in studio or we're done with you because the perfect free agent is out there. Greg
Olsen.
Olsen is not going to play second fiddle to Tom Brady. If I'm
Yeah.
CBS, I bring him
Yeah.
in and I make him my number one. Greg Olsen is
Yeah.
incredible. There's
really
no way. There's
He's really
no
good.
way. Tony Romo was terrible on Sunday. He was the worst. Like, oh my
He's a
god,
cheerleader.
Mahomes, like he kept on like exploding for Patrick Mahomes, and you could take that in whatever sense you want. But he was exploding for that guy. Like it was just It's so
Frown,
terrible.
are we talking about Romo or are we talking about Gilberto, dude? That's what I'm confused about right
Hey,
now.
when he had that nice rainbow drop in the first
Look how he
half,
said it. Look how he
I
admits it.
almost
He
lost it.
admits
Okay.
But
Look at this
what-
comment right here. I'll tell you
Yeah.
what made Ryan turn around and confront Haney. They were
That 'cause it
talking
was-
trash, right?
It was in the
Okay.
script.
What?
It was in the
What'd you
script.
say? It was in the script.
They were
was in the
talking
script.
trash. They were talking trash. All of a
All right.
sudden, he goes away. I think Haney laughed or something. That's when he kind of, supposedly whispered to somebody and then turned around and kind of made the whole show of everything. And so that
Where
was
you going?
pretty interesting. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Look at this one. Speaking of that, oh my God. Speaking of that, look at
I
this
don't know
one.
why he would, but
Jorge,
sure.
you're wild.
Look at this one. Shout out Nightcap Compas.
10:47 p.m. on the East Coast, at least. How about that?
Shout out, dude. Shout out
Um,
Nightcap Compas.
So obviously, folks, before we head out, I just wanted to let you guys know. Please go check out Compas on the Beat. We have interviews with Rampage Jackson, Buddy Velasquez. Gilbert has a bunch of stuff from the locker room. We had Albert Breer on, NFL Insider. Gilbert had Chris Johnson. We had Darby Allin from AEW. We had Ryan Garcia. We had Chuck Liddell. I talked to Antonio Gates. Hey, our new compa, our new friend, Field Yates. He was on the show from ESPN. Great guy, WWE guy. We had Farmer Wants a Wife season 2 cast members. We had Ed Smith, by the way, former NFL player. He's the uncle of Irv Smith Jr., the tight end. Great guy. He was awesome to talk to. We had AEW Anthony Bowens on the show. Tim Zoo.
You got it.
Tim Zoo.
Yeah.
Tim Zoo. He
The
was awesome.
Ozzy, you asked him about a bunch of snacks from Australia.
Oh yeah, and and I was
Somebody was trying to shame you about it. Just
if I was hungry about whatever. I spoke to Vernon Davis. Weasel. I spoke to Vernon Davis. We spoke to Connor Orr, Omar Ruiz, Stevie Johnson. We spoke to hold on, I got more. Oh, Stitch Duran. Make sure you guys the legendary Cup man. That was a great interview.
He
Go
called
check
Fernando the Golden Voice, so that's his new nickname. Call Fernando the Golden Voice right now in the comments.
Cool. We had Armando Salguero from Outkick. We had Tracy Sandler. I spoke to Raheem Mostert on the side. He was awesome.
Oh yeah.
We had Rolly Romero. We had Sean Lights Out Merriman. Andrew Sendejo. I spoke to Mike Dana, Jawan Taylor. We had Adam Hill. We had Megan O'Leary from UFC. I spoke to Anthony Lynn. We had Paul Gutierrez, and we had Nate Taylor, Drew Tranquil, Kadarius Toney, Kyle Juszczyk, Will Compton, Bussin' with the Boys. And that is a lot of people that we had on.
I know, I almost ran out of what's, dude. I almost ran out of what's.
Yeah, that was definitely
I just want to tell you all, we grinded so hard to get you guys the best content, dude. I was pounding, I would say probably a 12-pack of Diet Pepsis every single day. Delbert. Shout out, Delbert. Shout out. I was pounding.
This actually would be an interesting interview.
I'll be up for that.
It should be Dan and Dago and Dan.
I would like to ask him a bunch of Rose Bowl stories because I'm from Pasadena and I love everything about the Rose Bowl.
I would love to see Dan and Dago sit down with Justin Herbert, with Phillip Rivers, and with Dan Fouts. All three of them just sitting there.
Could you imagine?
And then Dan and Dago does a one-on-one with Ryan Leaf.
Oh no, that more like one-on-one in the ring. One-on-one in the ring.
It's a meeting to get together or how to help Justin Herbert not be like them. Is that what it is?
That's what I would tell
Nancy, we wish we were going to the All-Star weekend, but we will not be, or unless you're asking us what we think about it.
You never know. You never know.
By the way, did you see all the beef with Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps?
Are they not?
Oh, so Mike Epps called him Medea. He's like his Medea looking ass. And like Shannon's like, we're going to be in the same place at the same time. I'm going to pull up on you. And then that dude goes, no, never mind. I don't fight. I don't fight.
Yeah.
That sounds like Mike Epps.
He's like, what kind of a man calls himself Shay Shay? I'm like, weren't you Day Day like in the movie? Like, I'm like,
he's going to say that's a movie, dude.
But yeah, I know. He'll probably say that. But
bro,
I was
security of the world, Craig.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't
But I
go
was
out here and get
definitely
your ass
dying.
shot.
She had
Folks,
all the
make sure-
snacks from next Friday.
Exactly.
That
Folks,
was
make sure
you
you
talking
guys-
about Australian snacks. Sorry.
Make sure. Oh, yeah, and then some. Yeah. I was fat shamed. But
Watch
folks,
other
By who?
videos.
By who? Does he have a name?
No. It's pick or battles. Pick or battles.
yeah, let's pick our battles.
Yeah.
But I just folks, I hope you guys hit the notification button tomorrow. Gilbert and I, or today, whenever you're watching this, Gilbert and I will be at UFC 298 getting interviews. Make sure you guys check all that out. Volkanovski, Tupuria, we're gonna get it all. Make sure you guys are checking that out. And obviously, we have some really cool stuff coming up for you guys. We have interviews set up with some really cool people, maybe some ex-Chargers, maybe some. You never know. But we'll definitely keep you guys on the loop. And then obviously, we have some cool stuff coming up. Craziest rumor was that the Chiefs were going to be in the UNLV locker room.
Yeah, but that wasn't true. In the Raiders locker room, just to confirm.
Yeah. Gilbert, was there any other rumor that you
well,
heard?
just one quick note, because I'm a slacker and I'm tired. I think we should all do the same thing, but I'm definitely taking a vacation next week. We're gonna post our UFC content this week, and that's probably when I'll check out.
Shout out,
We'll
Nancy.
do a bunch of like clip out videos from all our interviews because we want people to watch it for the next couple of weeks. But then when I get, I'm hoping to go to the combine. We get to the combine, we'll come back combine week and start. We'll probably like kind of taper down for a couple of weeks, but then we'll come back after the combine and start season 4 of Compas on the Beat. Can you believe it? Season 4.
Season 4.
Oh, I can believe it. And let me tell you something. Just like the cream, man, it rises to the top. Oh,
I gotta say that season finale of season 3 of Compas was pretty cool. That was a fun week.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be in and out here and there. I mean, if the Chargers do something, obviously Dan and I will jump on and do something on What's Up Bolts. If
Maybe
the Rams
we'll
do
go live.
something, I'm sure.
Yeah, House of Horns.
He likes going live now.
It took him a while to read the comments, but he knows how to use the comments.
I know. Now I can kind of multitask a little better. I feel like, one of my favorite videos ever, the guy who goes, fuck it, we'll do it live.
And shout out Nancy for always plugging the merch. Our model here, Dan and Dago, is wearing the Compas on the Beat hoodie.
Oh, you know what? I don't think Nancy had experienced that Dan and
Oh,
Dago
really?
all that much, so.
Okay.
This guy's a funny
Dan's
cat.
for everybody,
Shout out,
but
shout out.
today. He did not embarrass me today, Dan, so that's good.
Hey, Macho Man, yeah. Let me tell you something that Hilberto.
Oh, Nancy wants Dan to keep on coming on with us.
Hey, shout out, Nancy. Shout out. They try and hide me. They're like, no, get to the back.
So we obviously have UFC 298, WrestleMania 40, and then obviously we're hoping to go to the Ryan.
Let's go.
April 20th. They gotta get us there for the fight too, because we're the damn promoters apparently.
Yeah, we're hoping we're gonna be there for Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, and then who knows? Who knows what UFC 300 pulls out? Maybe the Compas have to be there. Got you, bro. You bring that sprinkle.
I'm gonna bring it. Look at
maybe we'll be at UFC 300 as well. Who knows what the main event is gonna be? But again, honestly, guys, like this was an awesome week at Radio Row. That's the kind of content we were hoping to bring to you guys. We're excited about the future of Compas on the Beat. Obviously, Victor producer obviously is not here, but he's also awesome as well. And we honestly. I'm really proud of all three of these guys. Like we kicked ass last week. There was a lot of hardship. It was a lot of, I would go grab somebody and be like, hey, okay, we're going to get this guy on. Okay, cool. And a lot of scrambling, a lot of moving. And then you guys saw my walking and talking with Vernon Davis and Antonio Gates. That was all Dan and Dago with the camera.
I almost died.
But like I said, Gilbert was able to get great guests. Vic had the audio working at 100, and then Dan was just a machine all over. He was obviously Dan was a Swiss Army knife for us, so we definitely appreciate all the hard work. It was honestly Vic we gave him the week off. It was a tough week last week. There was a lot going on. And so we gave him a little bit of a rest, but yeah, no, I'm so excited about everything going on. Again, we doubled in size as far as subscribers during Super Bowl week, so we're definitely excited about that. We keep on growing.
Don't worry, Ike boy. I'm gonna keep this. Oh damn, I pointed the wrong way. Hold on, the camera works backwards. I'm gonna keep this damn stooge away from our team. Don't you worry. I'm gonna keep this scumbag away. No articles, no.
Hey guys, are we from Dublin? Because our YouTube subscribers are Dublin.
I thought you were gonna go a different route with that.
I know, but I just thought about when you said that.
Hey, if you can name that movie reference,
we do have people from Ireland sometimes on the show. That's pretty cool.
We do. But again, guys, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Everybody who jumped on, Delbert, Nancy, Jorge, everybody. You guys are definitely Ted, Jesse. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Ike Boy 23. Again, we will be everybody. Did he really? Did Austin Eckler?
No, I think she said she almost showed
on Austin Eckler chicken trips from DQ.
Yeah.
Damn, Nancy.
Shout out, Nancy. Nancy, you should have seen.
Dan and Diego almost choked the other day when he was eating pho. He's like, "What the?"
I don't want to talk about that day. That was a rough time for your boy, Dan.
You're trying everything now, Dan. Okay.
You know how funny I was.
Like the dad in Matilda. I'm like, chew your food. You're an animal.
Oh my God. Well, the pho, it's different. I didn't expect it, but you know how funny I was, Nancy? I got Fernando to do a spit take at Radio Row. That was pretty fun.
My God. All right.
I forgot about that. Let's move on.
Make sure you guys check out the Rampage Jackson one. Like, if
you need to check that out,
you
need to check that out.
We're giving you one recommendation. You gotta watch it. Is Rampage Jackson. We were confused. We were sad. We were laughing. We were having a good time. It was a bunch of emotions with Rampage. It was wild.
Yeah, that was. I heard AP provided cigars from K for the shade. But folks, again, if something does break, if something happens, yes, we will jump on. We will talk. But as of right now, we're probably going to take a little bit of a break, but just make sure you guys hit that notification button because we will be back again. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys so much. You guys made Radio Row so incredible. Again, we're planning on doing a lot more stuff this year. We're planning a lot of cool stuff. April's gonna be a crazy. We appreciate it, Nancy.
Thank you.
He was awesome. He loves when we pick out, and then he posted the video too on his social media.
Oh yeah, he doubled down on Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
He's better than everybody in the league. I keep telling you.
But March is going to be a crazy month because of free agency. By the way, if big names start going in free agency or trades or this or that, Gilbert and I, if Dan and Diego can too. Whoever can, we will jump on and we will do lives reacting to that kind of stuff. April's going to be crazy because we have WrestleMania, UFC 300, and the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight. So make sure.
NFL draft after that.
Yeah, NFL draft after that. Well, we're not going to be going all the way over to wherever.
We'll talk about it though. We talk about NFL here.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying, but we're not going to go to the draft. Like, we'll talk about it here, but we're not going to travel to Detroit.
I have no idea where it is to be.
I don't know where it is.
Motown.
I don't know, but after that pizza that we got at that.
Yes,
that actually might be a good one. Sean is down to earth. He was, and then every time he would pass by, he would always say hi to us. But again, sorry, a long goodbye. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button so you guys know when we go live. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys so much. It was an incredible Radio Row week. It's been incredible talking to you guys. But for the time being, Gilbert, ¿sabes qué? Vámonos.
Ya nos vamos. Well, first of all, one more thank you for all the new subscribers and thank you for the day ones. We got it. And I got to see The Rock for up close and personal.
Oh, boo.
Boo. Ya nos vamos. Pues, vámonos.